Do 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 do.
Mana, mana.
Alright, we should be live. Shut the fuck up, or I will start muting bitches. Alright. Hello and welcome once again to our weekly State of the Empire meeting for the 28th of March, 2020. Hopefully nobody here has caught any of the goddamn commie virus.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen.
Quarantine yourselves, etc., 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 fucking etc. The whole fucking world is on fire. Whoever the fuck started the year off with a game of Jumanji needs to hurry up and fucking finish it, alright? Credit
Either that
to
or
our
just stop playing.
glorious meme channel. No, see, the effects don't go away until you finish the game. Did you
The
not
game,
watch
yeah.
the fucking movie? Jesus Christ! It had Robin Williams in it. You are legally obligated to have seen it.
Well, I've seen it.
Okay, then why the fuck are you not familiar with the premise? You have to finish the game to end the effects of the game. You can't just stop playing. Otherwise, people end up stuck in jungles for 40 years. Not a pretty sight!
Oh my.
If you can't tell, this is going to be a pretty short meeting, so I don't mind just shitposting a little bit as we go. Also, if everybody'd like to take a moment to say the most ridiculous fucking thing they can think of that is still within the bounds of US law to piss off the FCC and prove this video is not intended or appropriate for children, now is the time.
Cunt.
Sucking ain't fucking and eating ain't cheating.
Fucking piss and foobar.
Incest is wincest.
The fact that came out of Gun's mouth of all fucking people in this chat.
I changed my name.
That is just as impressive as Thor calling someone a cunt. I'm fucking proud of you, my guy.
I changed my name, by the
Learned
way.
from the best.
And
He
I
learned
find it
from the best.
appropriate.
Joe Justice
Oh boy.
Biden.
Okay, yep, that definitely hit the FCC in the chest.
Holy shit. The FCC better duck, because I'm going to turn left, and I swear I was back with my dick. Alright. Alright. Holy fucking tap dancing Christ. The government
That's
is
a
a
new one.
worthless, dried up fucking spunk bubble. Never forget that, kid.
Spunk bubble. Fucking cum dumpster. Oh my god.
The only comeback they got for that is the cum in the back of their mama's throats. Alright, moving on. Moving right along. So,
that's
first
funny
and
shit right
foremost, let's just go ahead and give a warm welcome to our new enlistees this week who have actually, you know, followed the basic fucking instructions. That's going to be Shah Drago, which I assume was the rightful ruler of Iran before Muslim extremism. Madness, which, I mean, if you need any summation of what goes on in this chat, this lad's name right here is pretty fucking accurate. Of course, we have, you know, that which was worshipped by fucking Oryx himself, Sword Logic. See, I actually know a couple things about the lore, and I don't even really like Destiny anymore. Blow me. We have
No.
Lucy White. Bitch, you don't get to say no anymore.
I know. I don't.
Sit in the middle of the fucking officer circle jerk every week.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Were you not
Fun
here
but terrible.
Were you not here when we made that joke earlier, dear?
No, I wasn't.
Oh shit, he disappeared before. Okay, well, we were saying we're gonna be. I'll come back to it because I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay. Alright.
We have Lucy White, Robsta Lobsta. I don't understand these names anymore. I swear to God, we got it. It's a bunch of fucking Zoomers, man, alright? These are Clytor's people, I promise you. There's no fucking
I'm not-
Back in my day, you came up with a unique, or at least attempted to come up with a unique fucking internet username that was interesting. Now, niggas just coming in with their name being 123774566631971. And I'm sitting here going, hold the fucking phone. What the fuck is it? You are literally a number. What the fuck are you doing here? Go back to communist fucking China. Anyway, we also have Umakyat? Umakyat. I'm going with Umakyat. And nobody's
they just
changing my mind.
deported the
Ruler of the Mayans.
Oh, okay, well,
Wasn't he?
Fuck them, because they self-deported. Problem solved. We got Bowser with a 0 for whatever the fuck reason.
Because somebody else probably had it.
We got my boy, who definitely better be joining us for some Halo sometime, Reclaimer. We got
Come on, Tosh.
the fax machine, spelled in the most ridiculous fucking way I have ever
ahead.
seen. But
Go
I
ahead.
can respect that hustle. That is an acceptable username. Especially if he makes fax machine related memes. Also tertiarily accepted printer related memes. Fuck you out of Cyan. I've had so many printers
Somebody's
do
on a
that.
roll today.
I've had so many fucking printers do that, I am not even in the mood. Moving right along, also to welcome, we have Drakefire. Nothing to really comment about his name, that's a pretty typical online username. All good. Savaz Canardes? I don't speak the other side of the wall language. So I can't help you, my friend.
Hang on, where is
Just
it? I'll
another
find it.
brick.
Just another brick, man. Just another brick.
And
him.
Come on, Tosh.
last but not least, Cavity.
Search?
Spelled in the...
The special kind.
Like, my brain processed that, then stopped, and took a moment to reprocess what you just said. So I got hit with it twice. my brain skipped packets and reprocessed for a minute, my dude.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit. Okay, and then that will do it for our new enlistees this week. Next up, we have one promotion to Kamat Grade 2 in the form of Sword Logic. My dude at the head of the fucking pack. He knows the truth of the sword logic. He will not abide by the weak. The weak should fear the fucking strong. Look at this guy. He just fucking showed up like what? Within the past day?
Last night.
Yeah,
He hasn't even been here
he's
a full
already
24 hours.
He's already yeah, my dude, registered, set in T2, ready to fucking go. This man is straight up just jumping on that fucking Darwin survival of the fittest shit called Dara edition. Alright? My dude, fucking welcome. Next up, enlisted promotions. I got one this week. Because, I didn't get a whole lot of reports this week. I got, I think, the Destiny Legions and, 14th. 14th was fairly uneventful. So we don't have a whole lot to go through this week on this list, so we'll get it done here. Divergent Acid. Congratulations. Welcome to Rank 2, my dude, Repicar.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Woohoo.
Good job, man.
One non-commissioned officer this week in the form of Wise Monster, promoted to Dracaris. Welcome
Good
to
stuff.
the ranks of the non-commissioned officers, my dude.
Good job,
Breto.
Yes.
Moving on, we have 2 cadet promotions this week. We are... Honestly, both of them are kind of a long time coming in their own right. Gunn has been here for about 6 fucking years.
What?
The only thing that has genuinely stopped him from becoming an officer before now was the fact that he just wasn't really leading anything we were actively going into. Literally, he could have been an officer 3 fucking years ago. But there was just never that final push over the threshold until recently.
Honestly, he should be with us, with me as a warlord right now.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
No, I think he would.
I don't know about that.
No comments.
I think he's got the potential to get there. I don't think he'd be there yet. But nonetheless, we're not here to talk about where he could be or couldn't be. We're here to talk about where he is. Welcome to the Imperial Academy. I'll be hitting you with a clusterfuck of paperwork, which you can enjoy while you're on quarantine. And we'll get you pushed up to officer soon enough. And the other one, while not necessarily a long time coming, it's been kind of expected that this would happen. And we've simply wanted to make sure that he was here for a while, properly settled in, and got a feel to properly find his footing. And that's going to be Epic Friar Yoshi. Welcome to the Imperial Academy, my guy. You will also be getting your paperwork.
Sweet, I'll be your favorite hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
Raise the roof.
Get him.
And I actually would like to stop for a moment, and as an aside, I would like to say, Thor, it is, for all intents and purposes, my fault you're not being promoted to an officer this week directly, because I should have gotten you your paperwork sooner. That's on me. In all reality, I'm going to give you're doing a fantastic job. I'm going to give you kind of one more week just seeing how you do and letting you find your footing. I've instructed your XO, your CO, and the other officers in your Legion to keep an eye and offer you that guiding hand to make sure that you get what you need out of being an officer. And I fully anticipate that most likely you'll be taking your commission home next week. So I just wanted to keep you in the loop on what was going on there, because I didn't think it was fair to leave you in the dark.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're loved, Thor. You know that.
Yes. Yeah, Thor. You know it. It's all
Anybody
good.
messes with you, they go through us.
You know it.
They'll get that dick.
As an aside, the absolutely unparalleled sense of camaraderie that's really formed up in this group has just been a fucking absolute delight to see. Everybody's good to fuck with each other, haze each other, have a good time, but if anything ever hits the point of being truly mean-spirited, y'all motherfuckers closing ranks and forming testudo on a bitch. And I respect that shit.
Hey,
You're welcome. Thank
I'll tell
you.
that right now.
Mafia.
Thank you.
I think Frodo tried to say something, I didn't catch it.
No, I'm just saying they're quicker than the Marines when it comes to this shit.
Well, to be fair,
Thank you, Frodo. I appreciate that.
being
Seriously,
quicker
though.
than a Marine isn't necessarily an achievement
Don't-
if we're
don't-
talking
don't-
about...
No.
I can
Yeah,
put away my
crayons
crayons
isn't
now.
really good for your health.
There you go! The grand
Fucking
jokes.
sucks, man.
That's what I was getting at. No, obviously
It's okay,
I'm
they
joking.
taste better anyways.
My uncle's a Marine, my father's Army. It's all just jokes, right? Let's be clear. None of this
Yeah.
is genuinely
Fuck
meant
yeah,
to
we all have the
disrespect
same job.
anybody who's in the service or has ever been in the service.
My hats and thanks go to those who have served. Or currently serving, Frodo.
I like to think there's a pretty decent undercurrent of respect and pseudo-militarist culture running within this group, in part because it's based out of the US, in part because it's kind of the right thing to do, in part because we have a military command structure for a reason, and in part because we literally have, at multiple levels through the Empire, active and retired military personnel.
Mhm.
So I don't think that anybody's ever going to accuse this group of being disrespectful towards the troops or unpatriotic. It would be one hell of an accusation to try to level.
You're better than Walmart.
It is Santa. What the hell?
Oh.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Welcome to
I mean,
Walmart, Walmart, go
Shots fired.
fuck yourself.
Welcome to Walmart.
Shots
Get your
fired.
shit and get the fuck out.
Alright,
You know,
alright.
I've been working for like Sam's Club for almost 13 years, and I've been wanting to say that for a long time.
Hey Thor, it's good. It's good to know you hanging around me have off in the worst way imaginable. Congratulations.
Especially when he said, "Oh, you fucking cunt."
Oh shit. Alright. So that is actually going to cut it for promotions this week. Like I said, not a whole lot. I think that I'm probably missing a few that are getting buried in the sheer number of operations reports that have been submitted lately, which, not a complaint. I am absolutely thrilled to see that the operations report channel is just a constant flow of shit going on. It means that we're healthy, we're active, we're alive.
Who says I'm healthy?
Not healthy.
I said the group was healthy.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's coughing and
Alright,
Somebody's
hold up,
coughing.
time out. Who the fuck just coughed?
My bad.
You know you
Epic,
fucking
you
that,
did.
that was epic. Oh, if it was epic coughing, it wasn't a sick cough. It was a stoned cough. Totally different.
I am the
but
highest
but
one
do we
here.
want to take the chance though?
Sorry, we
Dear,
gotta
I
put
don't
you
think
down.
you can afford to catch it, my dude.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
Sorry, Yoshi, we're gonna have to put you down like Old Yeller.
I promise not to
man,
bite.
we can't afford lethal injection around here. And it would kind of be a waste of a bullet, so we're gonna go Soviet style and go for the ice pick. All right. I
Just bring
promise
me
we'll
with
go
my
for
red
one
stapler.
good swing.
We're going for the ice, but we
Can
gotta at
we
least
go-
support Mexico first.
I was about to say, can we go old Roman style and just stone them to death?
See, that's.
I'm already.
He's
pretty
already
stoned.
stoned. Yeah, he's already stoned. So
I'll tell you what, my
That-
dude.
that'll do
I'll tell
nothing.
You what, we'll get our weeb division on this shit, and we will hit you with that Ome Wemo Shinderu.
oh shit.
Godfather OG, baby.
Huh?
You are already dead. All right. We'll try to get that really cool thing where we slice you in half and you don't even feel it, and then it cuts to a frame later and you just kind of slide apart.
Oh, Darth Maul style.
Yeah, and Underworld.
I was thinking like old kung fu movies, but
Oh, damn.
I was going classic, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
was
I haven't
going
thought of that in
OG,
years.
You know.
Okay.
But or some anime shit, cliche anime
Okay.
shit.
You want to taste my General Sound?
No.
02.
Would you like Kung Pao chicken? $24.95. No fortune cookie.
All right, here we go. We're about to get Drusilla started.
I'm just here.
I know.
Drew.
Please don't.
Honestly, these meetings mean nothing to me anymore. It's just an excuse to completely ruin Drew as a person.
That's terrible.
Don't worry, there are a lot of other people currently working on the same situation. Please don't make it easier for them. Oh my
Easy.
God, help me.
It's too much fun.
God can't help you now.
There is no
Oh God, God has long forsaken this place.
Yeah, really? Y'all should
Abandon
realize
hope, all
the
ye who
closest
enter
thing-
here.
The closest thing there is to a divine light around here is my fucking throne.
Hey, I'm still a three-headed dog when you come into onboarding, okay?
Damn right. Somebody get Cerberus a fucking steak, will ya? Oh God.
I see. I came in at a great time.
Yeah, I bet.
We was talking
I
about
bet.
Clytor, my dude. We was talking about classic niggas.
I see.
Breathe.
So we are gonna move right on though. Delays aside, to member of the week. First Legion. It's gonna go to Deck, JL, and JDon420. As the only reports I've received this week come from the First Legion XO, and I'm going to just assume, with the absolute most positive intent possible, that Claytor approves this decision?
Yes.
I know nothing about it.
I'm gonna assume that he was actually in the loop and agreed with all of these decisions in advance, and none of this is in any way a shock to him. I would never remotely imply that he wasn't running his Legion right now. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
shit.
there's a little coughing going on over there. Is everything alright?
That was all Clytor. I just copied and pasted what he sent me. I don't know what happened.
I mean, I thought I was gonna be longer, but I got over with what I was doing.
Alright. So, that does that. Second Legion. It's gonna go to my man, Thor.
All right, Thor.
Thunder!
Yeah.
Lexin Member of the Week!
My brother from another mother. Congratulations.
Can you smell what the god of thunder is cooking?
I don't know, but
Oh,
I gotta
boy.
ask. I gotta ask the important question.
¿Qué onda?
Is he the cream? The cream of the crop.
Yeah! Oh yeah!
Someone just left.
Oh, that got a leap.
Snap into a Slim Jim, my guy!
Y'all are gonna break me. No, correct.
Oh my god.
Look, ask
I'm-
every woman I've ever been with. I make a habit of breaking bitches. Moving right along! Right
They don't say much.
along to the
I'm gonna win.
cream of the crop, yeah!
Oh yeah.
We got a member of the week from 3rd Legion this week. The one, the only, a shark bait! Woo-ha-ha!
Woo!
Oh, all right. Good stuff.
Red shark bait.
Oh yeah.
And that actually does it for all that. I'm going to go into just a couple of quick announcements this week. I've already announced all of this, but I'm just going to go ahead and recap. Onboarding, streamlined. Right? Now you don't have to take a civilian tag before you can just jump into a Legion. Now you just enter a Legion command directly to get started, follow the bot's instructions. One-step process for all intents and purposes. Streamlined. If anybody is here as a guest and is not planning to join the group necessarily, so for example, if any of you want to invite your friends or a sibling or something like that, somebody you would like to play games with but not necessarily have them join the Empire right away, or they're not interested in the clan dynamic, to prevent you from having to split your attention between multiple discords or whatever the hell else you got going on, you're welcome to invite them. They will be asked upon joining to contact an officer with the information of who they're here as a guest of to get their civilian tag. So that is how we're going to handle the civilian system from now on. I think it's all pretty straightforward, pretty clear. Civilian is basically the equivalent of guest. It's just got a little more flavor to the title. The rest of you are all in some way enlisted in the great, powerful, and glorious Imperial Mobile Infantry.
Yep.
Would
Yes.
you like to know more?
Yes. Yes, I
And
would.
I'd like to remind everybody here, the only good bug is a dead bug.
And
Mm.
I'm doing
my part. Are you doing yours?
Yes.
This guy
of
gets it.
course.
Alright,
He went.
moving right along, I'd like to announce that the Kaldaran 10th Legion is officially open for business and running once again. Our operations on Araxis in the game of PlanetSide 2 will be running in full swing. Anybody who's interested in combined arms warfare on a planetary scale, with literally hundreds of people all duking it out in the same battle, with a combination of tanks, light vehicles, aircraft, base building, snipers, heavy assault, mech suits.
Russian fleet carriers.
Oh shit.
Literal fucking fleet carriers in the sky. You want to see combat like you can't fucking imagine? You want to hear your fucking eardrums blown out by the sounds of pew pew war? You want to see bullets flying in every fucking direction and people dying and nobody knows where the fuck anything is even coming from anymore?
You want me to
wanna
have a
deal with a bunch
relapse?
of dirty goddamn high-ping Chinese hackers?
Oh,
Join
geez.
the fight! 10th Legion today?
Would you like to know more?
By the
All
way,
right, I'm
Please
sold.
join
I've ever heard.
today, and we can begin Steel Rain.
Can begin exterminating the spandex.
I'm interested in that game.
You all should be. It's fucking grand old fun, and the outfit system is fantastic.
and again,
And
emphasis
they actually
on-
have a dev team again. They're not
Sweet.
just coasting anymore. They actually have developers. They have more than one person who knows how to program.
Oh my
This
God.
is huge for them because they have been coasting for years.
It went from
I'll admit, I kind of want to reinstall it now.
a
Yeah,
lead
yeah, me too.
I just got one thing I want to put out about this, and I can't emphasize this enough. It's free.
Ooh.
Absolutely. It's free?
And it's on
It's
Steam.
free.
Oh shit, I'm down.
Real estate.
I was gonna say it went from 3 people.
Yeah, I already had it.
Went from 3 people on the dev team, and 2 couldn't even code, to 29 people. So yeah, it has a dev team. We'll get more content. It won't die out.
You
Go
Well, I
play
mean,
it.
how recent was the Bastion thing? Because that's new.
To be fair, they have been working on the actual design.
Yeah, but now they've
shuttled.
actually got it in the game and working.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they're actually developing content again instead of just submitting community skins for free money.
I can't hear you.
They finally did something other than say money printer go.
there is a rumor. We're still on Planet Side. There is a rumor that the next big update will include a new type of massive tank. So
Alright.
like a 5-man tank. Anyways, go on.
Dope. It would still get shit canned by a GDI mammoth tank. Fight me. Anyhow. So that covers
Yes?
10th Legion.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say something.
Yeah, every fucking time, like fucking clockwork with this woman.
I know.
Like goddamn wench.
Aw.
Nail her tits to the table.
Business must be slow.
Ouch.
That is a very extreme nipple piercing.
Well, never mind.
Go
Good
big or go
good old
See,
dick
you put
twist.
it this way, and suddenly she's okay with it. By the way, did anybody catch that?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, oh, nipple piercing.
She knew what I meant.
Sounds so bad.
Yeah, she knew what I meant.
Go big or go home.
It's just
Yeah.
it's a nipple piercing with a bondage twist. It's fine.
She's got a bar running across. I don't know what you're
That's
talking
perfect
about.
for
Anyway, aside from slowly destroying
Here I am with a
Drusilla's fragile
shovel,
psyche.
digging my own grave. It's okay.
Hey,
I've
hey,
got
Red as a
Let me
fucking
lay in it.
cherry.
order in the throne room.
Mm.
As much as I absolutely fucking adore shit posting with all of you, and this has been a fantastic state of the Empire, and we might just go with a format more like this week over week. It's just a lot more fun for everyone, I think. But I do need to get a couple final points out. 4th Legion has been officially repurposed to be Division 2. Currently, Deadpool's got sort of tertiary command of our presence in Division 2. I know we've had several people playing it. Make sure everybody, contact Deadpool. I think I've still got officer authority in it. I was inactive for a time, and the game diverted it to whoever was still active, so Deadpool ended up with it. And I just haven't bothered to recollect it, because I've got all of this shit going on. like you motherfuckers wouldn't believe, I had to put out some little some fires earlier, which I'm not gonna
Fucking Fire Marshal Bill.
Several of the people in this fucking chat know what I'm talking about, so we're gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw out there, if you want to play Division 2, 4th Legion's the way to go. Group up with your fellow Kaldarans. Go just take back, New York. Go take back fucking Washington. Go fuck shit up. Slaughter the enemies of the Empire with extreme prejudice. No quarter, no mercy.
Give him the big green weenie.
Make them feel like Hulk just gaped their asshole.
Ow!
Of course she
Ow.
reacts to that.
For the enemies
Y'all
of
need
the
to
Empire,
leave me
there
alone.
is no exit only.
But that's what he said.
Moving right along. 8th Legion, pretty slow.
Who
14th
is that?
Legion.
Sorry, that was me.
Not a whole lot going on there, so I'm just going to go right down the list. 1st Legion, anything that you'd care to comment? That sounds like a big no.
Crickets.
That might be before some of the time of some of the people in this chat, to be honest.
Probably.
Lord,
Fuck you. Hey, I'm a zoomer just by a little bit. I'm 95. Come on, have mercy.
Technically, Zoomer starts 96. You're still stuck in Millennial.
Some don't.
Oh, for real? I'm happy.
Which might actually be worse. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure it out right now. He said 95, didn't he?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I read that Zoomer start 95.
I thought this was 98.
No, it was 96.
I'm a Generation X.
It's debated
55.
like 95, 96. Alright, the only thing gonna be fucking 55 in here is Deer's old as dirt ass, alright? Alright? I ain't doing this. Sammy Hagar, I can't drive 55 up in this bullshit. Get the fuck out.
Pudding!
I thought
Give
we
me
were
my
talking
pudding, you
about my
bitches!
IQ, bro.
Okay, you were being incredibly generous to yourself.
Oh.
He just called our mathematician stupid. Yay.
Look, he called himself stupid. I just called him stupider than he admitted he was. Alright?
Right, I'll put my football helmet back on and stop licking the glass windows.
He
You
started it. I
Are you
just
sure
took
you
it to the
stopped
logical
licking glass
conclusion, alright? Let's be clear about that. This is his fault. He dug it. I just helped.
You just threw the dirt on top of him. That's all you did.
Yeah,
there you go.
He dug 6 feet down. I just started filling in the hole.
Oh yeah, paint me like your French woman.
Look, you don't want to know how I paint my French women, alright?
Going on strike?
Let's just say I'm doing
He draws targets on him.
I'm doing justice to the title of Emperor, alright? Caligula was proud.
Monkey proficient, I'll hire him.
No,
I just
excuse
barely
me,
realized
I
my mic was muted.
You autist. Now, excuse me, I gotta fiddle while Rome burns real
I'm supposed
quick.
to be the autistic one here, okay?
Hey, no, wait.
There's more
I'm the
than
autistic one here.
There's more than one. If y'all haven't figured it out, that's just kind of further proof of your autism.
Can my existence stop sprinting off a shitstorm for 1 second, please?
Now,
Oh my
First Legion,
God.
did you have anything you'd like to say for this week?
I thought it was, yeah, a pretty good week. I mean, yeah. Nothing too out of the ordinary this week, I would say. Although there was that Leviathan I saw that got done, which I was like, yay. So.
Yay.
Yeah, most of the week I was working, like, I didn't play as much as I usually. Mostly like helping out in the chat if anyone doesn't know something.
Alright. In the interest of time, I'm going to keep things moving. Second Legion, anything that you would like to publicly state this week?
Go ahead, Drew. Nah, because you said...
The floor recognizes Drusilla.
Okay, first and foremost, for people who are new or currently coming to the clan, welcome. For those of you who have been here a while and think pulling the wool over somebody's eyes is a good idea, please don't. There are a lot of other females besides me in this clan now, and
when did that happen?
Shut up.
No, that's like I'm shitposting, but that's halfway a serious.
Last
While
time
you
I
weren't
was
looking.
between my legs, I was a fucking female. My brain.
Hey, no, hold on, alright? Because female's not determined by what's between your legs anymore. You're being incredibly insensitive right now.
I know. People identify as toasters now.
It's the current
That's not
year.
PC.
It's the current year, and I identify as an attack helicopter.
I identify as a toaster.
Look, your fucking computer is a toaster. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, hypocritical.
Not mine.
Listen, order in the throne room. Let Drusilla finish her point. I just couldn't help myself, and for that, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, you're not.
No, I am. I actually am, because it works. She's trying to get something across serious right now.
There's a lot of things that I've been noticing lately. I've brought it up to the people involved, but I'm going to make it a blanket statement. I personally am not here to be your significant other. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to get game time in, to play around, to shitpost, to let go of some stress, and to chill with people in this clan. I do not click up. That's my second point. If you're going to click up with one individual, please don't. This is not the forum for that. You want to spread your time with as many people as you possibly can. You like somebody? Great. Don't become a stalker. That being said, for those of you who already know, thank you for me through this. I very much appreciate it. But to others who think it would be a good idea to rub up against a female in this clan, please don't. Make sure that you have the signs down pat before you make a move. I myself, I'm very guttural. I think with my brain in the gutter. I mean nothing by it. And I definitely don't need anybody vouching, sticking up for me, or standing up for me, because I could do that on my own. If I have something to say, I will let you know. That being said, I turn the floor over to Deer.
I am actually going to interject for one very brief moment before I turn the floor over to Deer, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, so I'm just...
Like we have a choice.
Kneel before your god. I swear no snake crawled into my head recently or anything.
You have
there's only a small handful of people who are going to get that reference. Golf Stargate. But, I just want to amend a very small thing to Drusilla's statement real quick. In short, don't be a fucking white knight and don't be a simp. Alright? Nobody here on the fucking internet is here for the purpose of getting into your fucking pants. So if you're here looking for true love, you are in all the wrong fucking places, my guy. And if you're here looking for some sort of fucking sexual fling, then I really don't know what the fuck to tell you. Do not try to validate yourself off the back of the small handful of women that have actually, like, made it through Darwin's filter to actually manage to play games with guys. Because just, there are differences in psychology. It's not... They're already outliers. And I think I speak for everybody when I say I'd like to see as many people enjoying this hobby with us as possible. So, anybody who's on the internet white knighting like you think women need to be protected and that's how you get into their hearts or whatever the hell is going on there, no.
Whispering eye.
Right? These people are either hundreds or thousands of miles away from you. You are never going to meet most of them, if any of them, in real life. It's not going to work. I don't know what you're looking for. All right, let's be clear. People are welcome to bring their significant other into the clan. I, in fact, encourage it in the relationships where it can work, because it means that it's one more thing you can share in common, and the Empire doesn't have to try to compete for your time, or your significant other doesn't have to compete for your attention with us, because we don't want to be here destroying a bunch of people's relationships. But... And look, if you click up with somebody for some reason or another and you find that you actually are hitting it off on, you know, maybe there's a connection, maybe there's a spark, we're not telling you to not pursue that. We're telling you that that should not be the reason that you're coming here. You should not be coming here looking to make friends with benefits. Or
That's why we have plenty of
anything beyond
fish
that.
and Tinder.
Right?
Or be a prude like me.
We're here to play games, to have fun, to meme, to shitpost, and to basically release the stress of the world burning down around us thanks to a Chinese bioweapon, frankly. So, if y'all could not make shit awkward for each other, it would be great. Moving on just a minor correction. It's okay if you find that there's a handful of people you enjoy playing with more, and you tend to favor them. It's okay to make friends. It's okay to have your favorites. That's human nature, right? Even in your own friend group, you're going to find, like, if you've got a group of 5 friends, you're going to find that 1 or 2 of them get you on a level that maybe the rest of the group doesn't, right? That's cool. When we say not to click up too much, we're saying don't pick 1 or 2 people and stalk them excessively. We're saying don't refuse to play with literally anyone else in the clan once you find 1 or 2 people. I get it. I do. I've been antisocial most of my life, and it's only through, honestly, this 10-year fucking project here that I've come into enough of a social capability through basically trial, error, and hard sweat of the mind to be able to handle talking to this many people at once. When I was younger, I would have had a fucking autistic overload and basically shut down dealing with as many people at once. I get it. I do. On so many levels beyond what most people here will ever understand. I fucking get it. But if you're here to be part of the clan, that's going to mean at least tolerating and associating with more than 3 people. Obviously, I hang around Frodo a lot. This man is my best friend to the point of being family. Solomon says, 1 man in 1,000 will stick more close than a brother. And it's worthwhile seeking him half your days if you find him before the other half. Right? Frodo is that man. Frodo is a man I would trust with my fucking life, and I do not make that comment lightly. I have trust issues from a lot of shit that went on in my childhood. I know I'm a little off on a tangent. Believe me, it all wraps back around. I still find time to hold these meetings. I still shitpost with Flytor. I still drop in and talk to Novasef. I still drop in and talk to Deadpool. I still hear something from Ailerons once in a while. I'm still friends with Sparky. I still get a kick out of giving Carrot a kick in the ass for being brony scum.
Not gonna let that one go.
Oh,
Not gonna let that one go.
I'm playing. I still find
I love
time
it too. I love it.
to talk with, Joe Just the Sniff Biden over here. I still enjoy having a little chat with Epic Friar Yoshi on the side. And there are some of you I haven't talked with as much because I have limited time. 24 hours in a day, I gotta spend a certain number of them sleeping. I gotta run through reports and paperwork and all sorts of shit to keep this place running decently smooth. I gotta stop and play mediator and put out the occasional fire. I don't have to do that too often, and for that, thank all of you. Seriously, for a moment, thank all of you for not making me have to play mediator literally 6 times a day. Thank most of you for not being fucking drama llamas. 100%. Thank you for not being terrible people.
I got you, my
have to
dude.
say that,
You're welcome.
but in this
You're
day and
totally
age,
welcome.
In this day and
You're welcome.
age, I kind of feel like I have to say it.
You're very
So
welcome.
yes, make some friends. You can have your favorites. You can have the people you get along with better than others. We are by no means, and I only put this out because I think there was a little ambiguity in what she was saying, and there was room for misinterpretation. So I do want to be clear. We're not saying you can't have your favorites and you can't have your friends, but don't be cliquey to the point of exclusivity. Right?
Exactly.
Thank you. Okay, I was actually just about
Exactly.
to ask. I'm not overstepping by saying that's probably
No.
what you meant.
Not at all. It's just
You take the non-exclusivity thing to an extreme, and for that, I honestly love you, and it's part of why you're a fucking officer, because you will literally play with everybody in this fucking group. You filthy, filthy whore.
Yes. That's why she plays with everybody.
Bingo, bango, bongo. The point being,
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
We have to have some people like that in here.
Thanks much.
We have to have some people like that in here to make sure that the group doesn't start getting clicky and to make sure that people do feel included, especially when they're new. And so for that, we do have certain people kind of at the gate jumping into the game and helping people out. And those people we absolutely appreciate 200%. I am going to stop now because otherwise I'm going to go in circles. Dear, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, well, just to touch on that a little bit. People, I'm just going to say this, I'm going to put this as a general blanket statement. You mess with people, a lot of people on here are friends. You start doing creepy stalker bullshit, you will be called out on it. We will protect. I know I'm very protective of the second, and anybody who knows me knows how I am about shit. I will speak to you. I have no problems with it whatsoever. On the other hand, the Second Legion, as usual, has been performing greatly. Love to see the operation reports. You guys are great. Keep up the fantastic job. I think that's all I have to say, and we will protect our own.
Oh, thanks, Daddy.
That is so wrong, Epic.
That don't even phase me anymore. I'm used to him doing shit like that. He's trying for a reaction.
Yeah, on the wrong one.
Like on a whole other level. So
My bad, your fault.
no,
it's okay, boy. I got you.
I
got you, boy.
Along. Dear, thank you. I am going to turn it over to Wimpy on behalf of the third. Is there anything that you would like to say for this week?
I just want to. Time's been tough for me right now. A lot of shit's happened in the last couple of weeks with me. Just glad that everybody's here, helping me out as much as possible. And I am starting to see a little more communication in the third, which is awesome. A lot of people trying to get into different groups and help each other out that I have seen. And I'm just glad that everybody here is in thirds enjoying themselves for the time being until they move to a different legion. That's about it.
All right. Remind me, Frodo and I are going to touch base with you probably not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. And we're going to start looking at making sure that we're getting people moved on from the third to their appropriate legions, because we have been slacking on that, or at least as far as I have seen, we've been slacking. Maybe people are moving behind the scenes and I'm not even being told, which if that's what's happening, by the way, dude, I ain't even mad. If y'all got shit sorted out to the point where you can get people into the third, trained, familiar with the group, and finding and placing their legion, and I ain't got to do shit, and like the training is just running itself, then y'all have exceeded my expectations.
Is there a way to control that?
Yeah, I would say I've had a few people message me asking the time isn't up yet, but what legion they want to go to in the near future. So there has been people at least getting in contact.
Right, good. So what I want to do is I want to look into maybe taking a couple of our particularly active NCOs or maybe an officer or two and assigning them to help you out in the third to help manage getting people back and forth. I'm also going to recommend that each Legion task, either the CO do it directly or the XO, keep an eye on the third chat and kind of talk with the people there, build those connections, find the people who are going to fit with your Legion and your group, and, kind of start making sure that they get sorted in. Think of it like a fucking Jedi Knight picking their own Padawan, right?
Okay.
Except you get to pick more than one because it's a Legion scale.
Can I recommend somebody from the second Deer?
Yeah.
I recommend Epic.
Recommend,
whatever. I'm tongue-tied. Recommend Epic.
English, okay?
Four.
Just give me a break.
Monitoring the third, because he's now an officer in training, so yay. And he's for the second, so again, yay. But,
and he's a senator, yay.
And he's a senator, and also he does really good at finding out who is a perfect fit for not just the second, not just the third, and not the first, but also the 14th. He knows how to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's up to you, though, Epic.
Yeah, I was
He's
gonna
a
say,
sorting
that's
hat.
up to him if he wants to play that role.
He already does. I don't know what he said.
I
Wants
mean
to. He already
officially.
Yeah, I
does.
do it on a daily.
Yeah.
Officially, though, Epic.
All right. Well, then I will entrust all of you to sort that, and it sounds like things are going more smoothly in getting people into the legions than I was even aware. Which, hey, that's going to happen sometimes. The group's getting pretty fucking large in size. I notice I got a feature turned on with the bot where people come in, and I'm seeing member number 455 and shit. So the Discord's getting a good decent bit of people in. I'm also going to run a purge here in a minute, but at the end of the meeting. Because we got a bunch of people who couldn't be bothered to follow any of the instructions. And no, Frodo, you're not touching it. I'm doing it personally.
Frodo enjoys that so, though.
If I say that, he'll fucking just try to jump ahead and do it because he tries to be proactive. And I love you, Frodo, but I'm doing this one personally. I need this tonight.
I'm done.
He's at half mast. He needs this.
Giggity. Yeah, that's right.
Alright, so.
Oh my god, I've been on mute this whole fucking time.
Half chub aside. It's 3rd Legion. Deadpool's not here. I don't think there's anything to really report for 4th Legion. Merc, anything on 8th Legion we need to know?
Nothing at this time.
Yeah, pretty dead. That's about what I figured. Not surprising.
Wait, what's the 8th Legion about?
Elder Scrolls Online. Alright, 10th Legion, I don't have a whole lot to say. Provisionally, we are probably going to end up, Frodo and I are probably going to take a hand in building it up personally, alongside maybe a few other officers. And then there's a very good chance that 10th Legion is going to be handed over to the Sniffmeister over there once he's completed his officer training. Because he enjoys Planetside 2 a lot. He has been kind of our voice in the game for a long time now anyway. It's actually where we initially recruited him from way back in the day. So it only seems fitting that everything comes full circle and he'll end up taking command of the 10th Legion in the nearish future. Our goal, everybody here who wants to put in the effort, is to give him something worth taking command of.
Okay.
Downloading it now.
There we go. And finally, is Nova still here? He is. Anything that you would like to report for 14th Legion?
No, not really. Not this week. It was pretty slow. Most of us were just doing some gathering classes. So, the boring part.
Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and read over the basis of your report, just because I feel people deserve to hear the praise that they're getting. Doesn't go to anybody in particular, but if you're part of the 14th, you can assume that this in some way probably refers to you. Not an eventful week, but generally good interaction, no issues, a lot of voice chatting going on, people getting friendlier, a few new members that haven't joined Discord yet, which I expect you'll get sorted out shortly enough. Other than that, good progress on getting people kind of caught up and moved towards endgame, which is always a big deal in MMOs, so I completely get you. Especially when the Asians make an MMO, because Jesus Christ, they make a grindy game.
Yeah, Black Desert is an example, so yeah.
That's a little bit too soon for that one.
Like, really, they, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
we make grindy games, so you'll spend more money!
Damn it!
Well,
chingy, ching, ching,
it's too late for
ching,
that.
Chong. Alright.
It's never too late for those things.
Proceed.
We kill him?
That about covers it. First, I'm gonna turn it over to the Warlord. Do you have anything you'd like to add this week?
I don't. Everything's pretty much been covered. I know here right after the meeting, I have kind of scheduled like some recruitment and onboarding training for the cadets and the officers. The cadets and officers are highly encouraged to show up, I should say. Anyone else who wants to show up, that's great. But that's all I got, honestly. It was kind of a busy and weird week for me, so I don't really got much to say.
What room will that be in?
It'll probably be in the throne room.
Yeah, throne.
I highly encourage everyone to go.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I already know that.
Jesus Christ.
You've been my Huckleberry. I don't know what you're talking about.
He says Huckleberry, I say Finn.
I hate
And
Say finish the damn meeting.
I never knew my father.
Yes, Atomic, you were saying?
Oh, I was just saying, I really like the language in Huckleberry Finn. It's an excellent piece of literary work. I especially like when he says the N-word. You know what's going through my head right now? It's just Danny DeVito singing, I'm gonna say the N-word!
I have a story about that. Back when I was a sophomore in high school.
We're not holding the story right now.
No. Okay, after the meeting then.
Right.
Hold it.
So Frodo, your piece is done. We've touched base with the various legions. We've gotten everybody figured out, sorted, blah, 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 blah. I've made my announcements more or less for the week. Would anybody like the floor in an official capacity for any questions, comments, or concerns?
In official capacity, I will just say it. I don't remember if we said it, but I believe we're going to have a PlanetSide 2 op here and a little bit after the meeting. Is that correct?
Most likely, yeah. If we got
All
some
right.
people to play, then yeah.
I'll have mine down about.
I don't know how long I'll personally be there, just because I might have a couple of other things come up tonight. Weird shit that's in limbo at the moment. But, I would like to get the op going, and if we've got the people, then I'll gladly pass it to somebody else who's fairly experienced, so probably Gun. He knows how to handle an op. In PlanetSide. And then we can force him to write an operations report. Bump it up,
That'd be fun.
It takes 2
I
seconds,
would like
dude.
to say something if possible.
The floor recognizes Thor. The Thor recognizes floor. No, go ahead, my guy.
Does the third need an XO, or is it just gonna be or is it just gonna be fucking brain fart there.
CO.
Yeah, or is there just gonna be a CO for now?
Well, technically speaking, I believe Wimpy is an XO acting as a CO due to Frodo's inability to handle every single thing by himself, and the general busyness his schedule keeps him. Thanks, U.S. Department of Defense. So, the entire point is, Wimpy is basically acting as a CO right now, and has been intended to take over as the CO anyway. We would like to get him a couple officers so he's not tanking the job by himself. And that would most likely include an XO. Which is to say, for all intents and purposes, it absolutely should include an XO unless something goes absolutely horribly fucking wrong.
Who's molesting the mic?
I don't know, it's probably some fat piece of shit.
Okay.
You're breathing in the mic.
Voice is making him breathe heavier.
Yeah, he does that.
You funny.
He was talking about my voice, thank you. Your voice doesn't do anything for anyone, sweetheart.
I don't know about that. Don't say it doesn't do anything to anyone.
Look, I said anyone. Creepy stalker troglodytes don't count as people.
This is true.
I think that covered all my bases. I think I win.
No, you don't.
What's my
I'm not a
prize?
stalker. Well, if your prize was to finally break Drew, you have. So, challenge.
Can I
Gauntlet.
exchange it? Can I?
The
Can I?
mic kind
Can
of
I?
broke on that
Can I
too.
exchange it for monetary equivalent?
Depends on what you consider monetary equivalent.
Dear, seriously, that is getting.
Yeah, dude, I think he's doing it on purpose. Holy damn.
Now he is.
Alright, well, you know what? I have this amazing
No,
capability.
Luke, you're not
if he
my
fucking
father.
does it again.
Fingers
Fingers on the nuclear button, boys!
You broke her again.
Not hard to do.
Yeah, apparently.
Danger, Will
Jesus Christ,
Robinson.
deep throat the mic some more, my guy. Alright.
Sorry. I had to move the boom mic down so I could talk.
Who else, does anybody else have anything pertaining to official business that they would like to air at the floor tonight?
Maybe a bit. Depends on which co-official business.
Not anecdotes and, you know, something actually relating to the group in some capacity.
I don't know, I've been noticing the playstyle of some people in trials, and I wanted to talk about it, but maybe it's more for non-official business.
I guess it would determine on the type of. I don't know, that could
Good,
be iffy.
bad, in between,
Are we-
gray, Switzerland.
God damn it, dude. But you're not wrong.
Like, firstly, not a lot of us even play it, but like at least with the people that I can run it, a lot of the times there's a very defeatist attitude, and I just think that's not a way. That's not a way to win, like at anything really. And I want to touch base.
That sounds more or less like a one-on-one situation.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that I can really say or do. I can't, like, force people to change their attitude on things beyond a certain degree. You know, as absolutely intoxicating as the idea of complete and total power over free will may be for somebody with an ego like mine, it just doesn't exist, so I gotta be realistic.
No, I was just talking, maybe discussing it with like more people, and so everybody who it may impact can like hear.
Yeah,
Because
so
it's
what I would
weird to have
say,
a.
what I would say is the only thing that we could really say is, like, guys, going in with a shit attitude is not going to get you anywhere. And it's okay if the video, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, don't get upset over a game, bro. Come on. How many of us have fucking played games, right? Nobody who actually plays games says that you should never get upset over a fucking game. It's completely ass backwards and a complete insult to all of the time and effort we pour into getting good at the things we enjoy and the hobbies we partake in. So I'm not going to tell you that you should never be upset. I'm not going to tell you that a loss isn't in some way or another disheartening. But if I find out that people are unironically taking out their fucking aggression on people in this
Oh,
group,
I wasn't meaning aggression. It's just like you cannot win if maybe you lose a round or two and then you give up and you're like, oh, we cannot win this
So
anyway.
rage quitting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not even with rage, just like giving up. Like, oh, I cannot win for 2 rounds. Maybe I should just give up.
Yep.
That sounds like it comes down not even an elitist attitude. That just sounds like a self-esteem issue. And unfortunately,
yeah, like I said, the most that I can really do for that is here in the moment through an official channel recorded for hopefully the remainder of human history, assuming the internet doesn't just collapse along with all of civilization at some point. So, barring a combine invasion of Earth, actually no, because apparently Half-Life Alyx revealed that some guy basically downloaded almost the entire internet before the 7-hour war. Don't ask me how the fuck that's possible, but apparently he did it.
That's a 2 terabyte a second.
Dude, that you're gonna need a lot fucking more than you, sum total of human fucking knowledge. Jesus fucking Christ, dude, you're gonna need some serious shit. The internet is big.
Just think about all
Like,
You need
just,
Jesus.
Just think about how much it would fucking take to download Wikipedia, like all of Wikipedia.
Well, if you compress it into a .zip.
No, the download, right? Like, not. The thing is you have to download all of that shit, like HTML file by HTML file, because you're literally just downloading it from the internet. Like he's not saying like I had access to the master server of the internet. It doesn't exist, but we're off in the weeds. The thing that I want to say here is we can sit here all day and we can point out that a defeatist attitude is going to get you nowhere. Rage quitting or depression quitting 2 matches in just because you had a bad run. Good luck ever completing your fucking trials, my guy. Personally, I'm not the kind of person to enjoy or to play trials because I think it's full of too many sweaty fucking tryhards and it's too thoroughly dominated by meta bullshit. But if you're gonna go into trials, you are already making the conscious decision to subject yourself to that. You kind of forfeit a certain degree of whinging. And I know
You
that this
damn
isn't a
masochist.
problem that you have, but I just want to remind everybody that even if you get mad, do not lash out at your fellow Kaldarans. I don't think we've really had an issue with that happening, but I just want to head that off at the pass before they get there, right?
No issues with that since the last time, which was maybe a month or 2 ago.
Who?
Yeah, there was this dude when like he went to the Shadow Realm. Maybe 3 people posted "Bye Felicia" or something of the sort.
Oh, I know who you're
Why
talking
do I
about.
think this was
Yeah.
Cal?
I was just
Yeah, it
about to
was.
say
That was
It
Cal.
was.
He deserved that. He got that
Yeah.
That was Cal.
He messed with the wrong person.
Yeah, he did. He really did. He got what he deserved.
I don't know. I just remember he messed with me, and like I really did not appreciate.
No,
Yeah, this I think we've pretty thoroughly proven that that guy just was not a fit here, and I'm gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna move on. So
Kill him with
yeah,
kindness, my dude. It always works out in comms. If you can make somebody's laugh, you know, you're good to go. It usually brings up the morale.
Yeah.
Epic's pretty damn good at that.
Stop trying to steal Carrot's job, Epic.
yeah, really, Jesus.
Whoa, bro, my bad.
Well, one more thing on the trials thing, the deck. As I pointed out to you early, Bud, if you look in Charlemagne, there's only literally 3 people that I know of that have gone flawless in Kaldara. And if you look at our trials time, no one is under 2 hours. So, like everyone said, it's a commitment. I mean, Eddie has 15 hours and 1 flawless. So, and that's probably
Yeah, it's difficult to commit because like I cannot find other people with my attitude that are like, okay, we
Yeah.
didn't do anything on this card, we'll do better on the next. You know, this is like the way I want to approach it.
I would like to say I'm currently on right now. If you want to run trials, my light level is 1 away from 1,000. So if you want somebody who's not going to rage quit, hi.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm
I
down.
got all day tomorrow too, bro.
All right, happy
Oh, actually, it's 4 a.m. Actually,
Yes.
it's 4 a.m. Maybe in like
Of course,
6
Drew
hours.
was involved with that.
All right. We are now way off in the fucking weeds, and we've extended this way beyond what is reasonable. So I'm going to make this last call if anybody would like the floor for official capacity before we close out the meeting.
Crickets.
All right, good. So I'm gonna go ahead. No, what?
My planet side name is Thor Dude 14.
Just
All right.
post it in chat.
Okie then.
We'll come to that shit afterwards. That has nothing to do with the meeting, my guy. We are gonna
Love you,
motherfucker. I dropped shit. Don't worry about it. So I'm gonna just throw up some grand old thanks to our financial supporters in the form of Grandmaster Frodo jumping on that ridiculous ass fucking Duke tier bullshit.
Use that military money.
My fucking
Hey.
gonna go right along, and we got. I think his is an inactive subscription, so then we're coming down to a Lord Carrot, I believe. Nope, Baron, right? Yes. And
Yep.
a Lord Epic Friar Yoshi and a Citizen Novasef X. So thank you all. You're doing your part. And this concludes the broadcast of the
Wait.
State of the Empire. And before we cut officially, long live the Empire.
Long live the
Empire.
Yes!
Yes! Finally!
Somebody gargled, but I don't even care. That was fucking great. I am ending it there. Hell yes! I knew we would get it one week.
Wait, did we get it?
Yes, everybody
Yes,
said it
we got
pretty
it.
much at the